Welcome to A Better Chance for Youth television show with your host Monique Robinson, where we highlight, celebrate, and recognize students from all over the country who are doing great things in the classroom, community, and athletics. Every student deserves an opportunity for hope and a future. So let's celebrate our students, the next generation of teachers, engineers, entrepreneurs, and future leaders. Join us on another incredible segment of A Better Chance for Youth show with your host, Monique Robinson.
Welcome. And I am so glad that you have chosen to watch us this week. And we are having another amazing week. So if you have been following us in the newsletter, we have kind of took a break from highlighting students, but highlighting some of the amazing programs that some of my friends have to offer. So I must say, if you have not gotten your ticket for the Alamo Fest with our good friend Leon Fry at Every Person Counts, you are missing out on a treat. Please make sure you get that ticket, or make sure you inbox me or Leon Fry so you can get that discount, because he does have a promo code. Now, this week, we have a guest coming from Cleveland, Ohio. Really, really cool guest. I have friends that I met like 30 years ago, and we still are connected. So today, I have a really, really good treat, especially for those who love music. Music is always my first love, although that's like a part of my life that, I don't know, maybe I might open that door again, maybe not. But anyway, today I have a good friend coming all the way from Cleveland, Ohio. So let's welcome to the show today, Mr. Elijah.
Hey,
Elijah.
How you doing, Monique?
I can't complain. Just a little bit hot. It's like 110 degrees, but I'm inside in the air, so I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm so happy to be on the show today.
Awesome. We are glad that you took time out of your day to come and just shed some light to us and tell us what you're doing. Oh, by the way, guys, you know what? I was down for my birthday, a little bit, but my good friend Elijah, he has friends in high places, and he blessed us with these tickets, and that was one of the most amazing concerts I have ever attended in a long time. So I'm going to let Elijah introduce himself and tell you a little bit about himself. But I told you I got friends that's doing some amazing things.
I'm really glad you enjoyed yourself, Monique. I'm really glad you enjoyed yourself. Yeah. So what would you like me to share? Would you like me to talk about myself as an artist, or talk about the Tribe of Eli movement?
First, you can talk about yourself as an artist, and then you can just drop the bomb on them about the Tribe of Eli movement.
Okay.
I'm extremely excited about.
Okay, so I'm an international Afrobeat jazz recording artist. If you like jazz, you can find me on iHeartRadio, Pandora Radio, Apple Music under Elijah Gilmore. I'm also on Facebook as Elijah Gilmore, and on Instagram and TikTok, you can find me under Elijah G Beats. I've been doing music full time for a very long time, since I guess I jumped into the business at 14, and I've got a chance to work with a little bit of everybody from Joe McBride to Gladys Knight. And I'm very grateful to be able to do what I do on a high level. I'm very grateful for that, because I know a lot of people are not always able to do what they love for a living. So I'm grateful about that. I'm dropping a new album pretty soon, my sophomore album called Manifestation. For those of you who want to check out my first album, it's called Return to Zen. I'm also on YouTube if you want to see any live performances. Monique and I go way back. We worked with each other with the Wilberforce University Choir. That's how we met each other. And we've been friends ever since. I'm so proud of her and everything she's doing for our community and for our world.
Oh, that's really nice. So Elijah, like you said, a lot of people don't get to do things that they dream of. And I know we were talking off air. I was like, I always wanted to sing, but didn't really look at that. But one thing I can truly say is you are living out your dream. Did you ever think that as a percussionist, you would be on the level that you are now?
Yes.
Wow.
We can thank my mom for that, because my mom always told us, whatever you believe, you can achieve.
Mm-hmm. Wow. And are you classically trained as well?
I am. I studied at the Cleveland Institute of Music. I also studied at Tri-C's Jazz Department here in Cleveland, Ohio. They have a beautiful jazz department. And I've also got a chance to study on some great jazz musicians here in the land who have gave me firsthand, lessons that I couldn't even get in the classroom. So
Wow.
I'm grateful for that as well. Then I got to study at Wilberforce University.
Yeah, you were our percussionist for the Wilberforce University Choir, which
also attended Cleveland School of the Arts.
Did you?
Yep.
We have scholars that are attending. Well, they're in college now, but in our A Better Chance for You program, we do service all states. All if you can get it on the internet or you can get on a Zoom meeting, then you are welcome to join our nonprofit and learn the ins and outs of accepting college scholarships and learning how to get them. And actually, we have some that are from Cleveland that moved in campus this weekend, and so Cleveland has some big things going on as far as HBCUs. I love
absolutely.
I love it.
Yeah, we had some good times in the choir, didn't we?
Yes, very, very humbling experience for me. I don't know about you. It was very humbling for me because that was the first time I've ever been in a predicament where I wasn't the best, where everybody can sing, everybody's a soloist. I don't know if you remember, Mr. Williams could point at somebody and they better know the solo.
I remember that very well. I think that's how I started playing drums for the choir, because he pointed me out and said, "What are you singing, Elijah?" And then he's like, "Yeah, come over here to these drums."
Well, hey, it paid off because that opened the door to much success that you have. I mean, you've also been featured in some films too, haven't you?
Yes, I was just recently featured in the Judas and the Black Messiah, which is a Warner Brothers movie that got 5 Oscars. I recently was featured for HBO Max's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction.
Wow.
So I'm grateful for those experiences as well.
And then you're just so humble. I guess that's to me that I get excited when I see a lot of my friends doing big things. And I'm like, wow, he's so humble. And it's just like, it's nothing. And I'm like, man, do you know, you get to walk around legends all day, So I guess, I'm a fan of my friends. Like, you are doing what you are destined to do. Like, you are a percussionist. That's been your passion. And you can see it because sometimes he was like, okay, well, what was this? But the thing that I like the most is that no matter what realm that you're in, you still have the same attitude. You like, fam, how are you? Like, dude, you up there with legends. You worried about little me. So,
well, I appreciate you, Mo. From my perspective, I'm grateful to have real friends like yourself who can celebrate you, who don't have jealousy and envy and compete with you, but can support you and say, hey, is there anything I can do to continue to assist you in your journey? I'm grateful for that type of friendship and relationship that we have. So it's mutual.
Okay. Well, thank you.
And you're doing your thing out here. She, hold on now. Hold on now. She doing her thing out here too, y'all. I am on her show right now.
Well, I mean, hey, all I try to do is get kids in college. That's all I'm doing. Get them into.
And that's a beautiful thing. Do you know how? Seriously, thank you for what you're doing for our children, what you're doing for our community, our society, our world. seriously, because sometimes we look at, you know, the rock star that's getting all the media attention, but what you're doing is right up there with that. I will argue to say greater. I will say what you're doing is even greater.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And some days I am probably well, you know me personally, so you know I am my worst critic. Somebody be like, "Oh, that's wonderful." No, I need to make it better. So, you know, thank you. I truly appreciate it. And we start our fiscal year is over, so I've been kind of like relaxing and plugging and playing different things. And we start our new year in September. So I am, you know, ready to welcome some new scholars from 7th through 12th grade. One of the components that we see as a gap this year after doing reflection, you know, that's important. You know, anybody doing any type of business is to reflect so you can grow. Is that we want to add a parent component. A lot of our parents, they don't know how to act because, you know, don't want anybody to take this as a shot at them or down talking. It's just a reality. A lot of our parents, these are first gen college kids. A lot of our parents have not been through standing in a long line for financial aid or dealing with dorms that may not be welcoming at first. And so they will get the proper ways to handle those type of situations without going to social media and bad mouthing the school. So we are going to teach those type of things coming up.
and you know, and to add to what you just said, and that's great, y'all. Y'all tune in so y'all can get whatever information y'all need for our children. But also, we have people in our circle who can firsthand walk you through the process, such as our good friend Anthony Brown. Shout out to Anthony Brown.
C-Town.
You know, he will personally walk you through and make sure that you have all the information you need. So there are resources out here. Y'all tap in because we want to help our youth, and you have plenty of help out here.
Just got to use it. Just got to use it. And we're not just, and I guess that's the unique thing about the programs we offer, is not just Texas based. We go everywhere. You want me to travel? It's a little fee, but we'll come and do the workshop where you are. So that's part of the things. Like last year, the school board in Buffalo tied in with the Wilberforce University alumni, flew me out to do a workshop, and they want me to come back. But I just said, promise is not in the middle of winter, because last time I went, it was kind of cold. It was like 5 below, and I wasn't ready. Like I haven't lived in the cold in about 8 years.
I got you.
But we are going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, Elijah just has so much cool things, y'all, and I have so many questions of that stuff that he is like at his fingertips, and I think y'all want to know too, because you know that's a big deal. Like he's celebrity status. I'm basic, but when we come back after this commercial break, we are definitely going to quiz Elijah.
Let's get it.
There's nothing better than being inspired and renewed daily by the power of God. In Morning Tea with the King, author Tish Barnhart shares inspiration through a 90-day devotional that will rejuvenate your mind with scripture and your body with daily suggested herbal teas. You'll begin to see that every experience brings about a different perspective on how to view the things that are happening in our lives as we continue on our journey. Available at Amazon, your local bookstore, or at trilogy.tv.
Welcome back. I told you it was going to be a quick commercial break. It was so quick, you just blinked and it came back on. So, Elijah,
yes,
and you
ma'am.
know this is just dying in me. Like,
okay,
I sat at that concert. One of my good friends, she's like my sister friend. She's probably watching or will be watching. And shout out to Miss Pisha, because she made sure that we got there. And when we got there was when the curtain lights went off. So we got there on time, because if you ever roll with me, I own it. I get lost everywhere I go, and I drive slow. But we get to the concert, and I had to totally apologize to Pisha, because I've never heard Gladys Knight sing in person. So I will honestly say publicly, I had to apologize. Keisha knew all the songs, and only song I knew was a song that they sung on Different World and Love Overboard. But she sang some songs that I didn't know was hers, and I was like, "Oh, I know that. I know that too." But anyway, make a long story short, how do you handle being on stage with an icon? Like I would be scared in practice. Like, how do you handle that? That's a big deal.
Well, like you said, I've been doing it for a long time, working with various different artists from different levels, from local to national, and so that plays a part. But also, I have to give Miss Knight her props because she's so down to earth. She's so cool. She sort of gives me, auntie vibes, like that's how cool she is. She'll cook for us, and she's just down to earth. She doesn't come off like a diva. So that plays a role too. I have to admit that plays a big role. And
you said a diva? Oh my!
She's not a diva. She's not a diva.
I don't see that. Like her whole concert, and that's the thing that kind of made me miss the stage. I'm not gonna lie, like I really missed the stage at the concert, looking at some of the musicianship that was displayed, and it was like effortless. Like she sang full voice, maybe took a sip of water, nonstop for that whole set.
In high heels.
In high heels.
At 79.
That part.
Yeah. She's amazing. She's amazing. She's an amazing artist. She's an amazing person, an amazing spirit. And I'm very grateful that I've had the opportunity to work with her 5+ years. I'm just so grateful.
That is truly, truly a blessing. Oh my God. But it was just, one of those like surreal moments. Cause I don't know if you knew, I don't know if I shared it with you. I was sick for my birthday. I got out the hospital. We had an event. That's when Anthony was down here. We did the sneaker ball.
Okay.
So I was sick pretty much the whole month, and I celebrate my birthday the whole month. And when you had provided us with the tickets, and my best friend Jamie, she also gave me tickets to see Patti LaBelle. And then that next couple of days, it was like Patti LaBelle and Gladys Knight. And to see those icons, because they're not basic. I don't,
No,
those icons performing at their age in high heels and dancing, singing full voice. I was just like, and it didn't end there because the background singers in both and I'm so low key when I go to concerts. I don't stand up, I don't clap. I'm always, just trying to enjoy the vibe. They had me up almost the whole time. My friend even looked at me like, girl, what's going on?
You're probably talking about Alexis. That's my good friend Alexis. She's definitely a beautiful singer and also a beautiful person. Powerhouse.
And I just cried and cried. And I was like, I missed the stage, but I can't do it. I'm too old. Anyway, we go talk about that all day. Now, Elijah, you have an educational component. I
do.
And I'm so intrigued to learn about this educational component. Like, I'm an educator, I'm not, I guess, and I'm not throwing shade here to anybody. Please don't take it that way. There's a lot of people that say they mentor, but they don't have the educational backing and the professional training to do so. You have a program that is sketched clearly to give a message to those that may take a different type of healing.
And we also have, I'm grateful, we have people on our team who are licensed and educated.
Yes.
Such as my sister, Alicia Gilmore.
Yes.
And so that's a blessing because you don't always have that. Sometimes you have the heart to work for the community, but you don't always have the right people on your team. So I'm grateful for that.
That's a blessing. I mean, because to me, and I know some of my viewers might be disappointed in me saying this, it's okay to have the heart, but you got to have both when you're dealing with people's lives and how you can impact them.
Absolutely.
And so when I read about, just doing notes and looking at the program and what you had to offer, and I looked at some of the videos, it's really important. If you look in the school system, I know I gotta put my school hat on. You look in the school system at most of our behavior kids. Most of our behavior kids are gifted in the arts. It took my fourth grade music teacher. That's sad. So you may not have been through kindergarten all the way to fourth grade for somebody to realize, oh, she's gifted in music. She don't care if you take gym away. She don't care if you take art away, but you take that music, she's gonna have a complete meltdown. Indeed. Like I don't want to, so most of your kids who are dealing with most of the severe behaviors in school, look and see what they're gifted in. I guarantee it's some form of the arts. And so when I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
When I seen your program and the offerings, and then I followed up, and then I looked at some of the notes, I was like, oh, we got to connect. This is Wilberforce fam. Regardless, we got to connect. Like, that's powerful, because if we had a program like you're about to tell us about, it would probably save me from many IEP meetings, many BIPs. Yeah, I mean, and then I'm, end up winning all these teacher awards, but that's because I know how to deal with behavior because I had it. You're like, oh no wonder why she got in trouble in court now. Okay, but tell
well, I think there's something to that. Artists, we are wired a little different than other people because we're creatives. So we don't necessarily draw in the box, because a lot of times we're drawing our own lines.
Very true.
So yeah, I think sometimes we say this child is bad. No, this child is a critical thinker. This child is a creative, and they're just not drawing in the lines that maybe you put there for them. And I think we also find it out there's different intelligence out here. So somebody can be good in math and not good in science. At one point we just try to put everybody in one group, but somebody could be good in arts and not good with, things as it relates to, being an athlete or something. There's all type of intelligence. So it's, just to try to just cookie cutter, put everybody in the same box and say, whoa, you're not doing good academically. Some of our most successful businessmen and women were not academically astute, but they were creatives.
That's true. Very, very true. And so the excitement in knowing that this program exists. Now, I know it started in Cleveland, but how did you come about to create a program that targets problems that our scholars are dealing with today?
That's a great question, Monique. I have a heart for our world, and I'm afraid that if we don't figure this thing out soon, we're going to self-destruct. So I took some time and I thought with a few of my friends. I said, what is the solution so that we can be a better human family? And when I thought about it, I said, emotional intelligence could play a big part in the transformation of our human family. And why is it not in the schools? Then I thought about it. If we taught emotional intelligence from elementary to college like we did math and science, that could be a problem, because now that erases racism, now that erases sexism, now that erases any type of hatred I could have towards a person that's different than me. So I said, you know what? It would be great if we could pass a law. Maybe we can call it the Heaven on Earth Act. And I said, that might take a while. So I said, I can't wait. Tomorrow's not promised. Let me start a program. And initially it was called the Tribe of Eli mentoring program. And then what we noticed is that the parents that were coming and seeing what their children were learning, they wanted to learn. And they were like, do you have a program for the adults? So then my manager and I spoke, and then we said, we need to make this more of a movement, and you need to speak out, and you need to get some literature finished so people can take the information home. And that's really how this thing got started. Is I just want to see our family be able to function more productively.
And I hate that we have come to our end of the show. We had a good time with Elijah today. We learned some inside hidden facts about Miss Gladys Knight, the music icon. We learned some facts about Elijah professionally and educationally. So Elijah, as we come to close, what and how? What do you want our audience to know, and how can they reach you?
Okay. Once again, if you like jazz, you can catch me on iHeartRadio, Pandora Radio, Apple Music as Elijah Gilmore. I'm also on YouTube. If you want to find me on social media, you can find me on Facebook as Elijah Gilmore. I'm on Instagram and TikTok as Elijah G Beats. And I just want to say, I love you all. Stay inspired. The sky's the limit. If you believe, you can achieve. When you feel like you want to give up, don't. Because people who have achieved success in life, they all at some point felt like they wanted to give up. But don't give up. And I promise you, if you stay the course, you will achieve your goals. So I hope that everybody was inspired from this interview. Thank you, Mo, for having me on here. And hopefully you'll have me again.
Awesome. Definitely, we will have you again. As Elijah told you earlier, we are connected. Y'all know how I do anything for my Woo family as long as it's legal.
Hey.
But I do love my Wilberforce brothers and sisters, especially. I think I'm probably one of their biggest fans because they're doing some amazing things, and I'm proud of them. I've seen from whence they come, I guess you would say. Just like they've seen some of my most humbling moments, and like we're family. So guys, follow,
right,
like, share, Tribe of Eli, any of his Elijah G, any of the things he mentioned. We have to support each other. That's how we grow. So have a nice week, and we will be with you next week. I don't know where we will be. I know this week we're in Cleveland. Who knows? Next week we might go to another. Before we get the scholars lined up so you can learn about them, we're just trying to introduce people to amazing programs so that your child or your scholar can be connected. So I'm here. You said, yeah, we got to get the kids connected,
Got to get the kids connected.
So see you next week.
Thanks for watching A Better Chance for Youth television show with your host, Monique Robinson. The television show where we highlight incredible students in their quest to change the world. Join us each and every week as we uplift our youth and help them on their journey to the bright future they deserve. So until next time, God bless. From your friends on A Better Chance for Youth television show with your host, Monique Robinson.